Welcome to JVR Industries. Today we're going to share a little snippet from the PAMP 2023 conference down in Pennsylvania where Andrew Eising, JVR Industries Vice President, had the honor to speak at. So stay tuned so you can learn more about roll stocks and fully understand them. In this snippet we're going to share row versus track and how that roll stock terminology is going to be beneficial to you as the customer when purchasing these units, the tooling, all that good stuff. So stay tuned.
This is something that when you start looking at making a decision is really going to be important on figuring out what configurations you will most likely need, but also how you communicate that with the salesman that you're talking to. Hopefully they guide you through that process, but if they don't, it's track and row is talking about how that grid system is, or how that die is divided up into pockets. So this, for example, is going in this direction on the machine. If you look at the diagram on there, this is a one track. So track is always talking about, if you look at the tracking of the machine, so it's going from right to left. This is only split once. There's no center division here. So this is a one track, and then row is always talking front to back. So this is a two row. So this is a 1x2. This would just be a 1x1. And then, you know, if you got into something like this, this would actually run through the machine this way. This would actually be a 4-track, and then by a 2-row. So knowing what's what there will also help to make sure that you're getting the correct divider sets, but also just save a lot of time in the decision-making process. And what I always recommend is, first you got to figure out what your products are. Once you have that and you have the dimensions of what you're doing, then whoever you're dealing with should be able to walk you through what size is going to be best for you. But don't rely on them telling you. Make sure you check drawings. Make sure they provide you with divider set drawings that ideally are to scale, but even if they're not to scale, get the dimensions and clear a table off, lay out a piece of paper, whatever you want to do, and draw your dimensions of the pocket that machine's going to be creating. They should definitely be able to tell you that. So if, like let's say you're looking and your sales guy is quoting you on this setup, this size machine, and they say, oh, these two pockets are what you need for your products. Well, they'll give you drawings with dimensions, inside dimensions here. Actually draw that out on a piece of paper. The product has to fit in there. You can't force products in there. It can't bulge out the sides. You'll run into issues. So if you got to make sure that it's going to fit that cavity, or else you're going to end up buying this pocket and then all of a sudden realize, well, no, that doesn't do what I need it to do. I need to do a different configuration. Well, now you either are stuck with the machine at that point because there's so many limits to what you can change with the tooling, because it's based still on the box that this is clicking into. So you can obviously see these are very different. You know, the size of this is considerably different. This came off a bigger die. The machine uses a 460 millimeter wide by 300 millimeter long die. This is, or maybe it's more than that, but this came off a 320 by 300 die. The way you can split this up and configure it's totally different how you can split this one up and configure it. So starting with the right die and figuring that out and seeing what's available to you, and then making sure it's divided up correctly and will fit your product. And that's the biggest thing I can stress, is make sure that your products will physically fit that dimension that they're giving you.
Well, we hope that video was extremely informative. Stay tuned because this is a multi-part series on roll stocks. If you haven't seen the first couple videos, go check those out as well. We'll have those at the end of this video. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe below and hit the bell for future notifications. And don't forget to leave those questions and comments below as well. And don't forget that we have the JVR VacSeries. Now, if you're new to JVR Industries, we are vacuum packaging specialists, and we've been around for 50+ years. And now we carry our own line of chamber vacuum sealers that host an oil pump. These units are phenomenal. They pull a high torque reading. They run phenomenally. So check them out. We have everything from a home use unit all the way up to commercial double chamber vacuum sealer in-house, ready to ship. Majority of the units will ship same day, sometimes next day, and in some cases 7 to 10 business days. So go check that out. You can find the links below for anything that was discussed in this video. And if you have further questions regarding Rollstock and you don't want to leave them in the comments below, you need answers quick, feel free to give us a call at 716-206-2500. That's 716-206-2500. We're open from 8:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. Eastern time. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in to JVR Industries on YouTube. You guys have a great one.